Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going to show you a carpal tunnel remedy that really works. And you have to combine that along with dietary changes and a lot of cleansing, and it may take a long time to do this, but what I'm going to show you really makes sense, and it does hurt because when you've got inflamed tendons running through your carpal tunnel, then doing this will take time. But what I did was I filled a bucket full of hot water and some good Castile soap like Dr. Bronner's, and now I am wringing. Okay, so a lot of you are squirming because you think, oh my God, that's going to really hurt. Well, you work into it gradually, and as the muscles release, then they start to not hurt as much. Okay, because if they're not inflamed, then they're not pressing against nerves in the carpal tunnel. So this also cleans your clothes a lot better, and I'll show you exactly why. So when you soak the clothes first for a little while, and then you create this action. Okay, so watch this. See that action? There is no way that any washing machine can create this action both ways that extreme action breaks up the dirt better in the clothes than any machine. No machine can do that against one single garment and break up that dirt as good as when you do that. You have about 18, I believe, muscles in each of your forearms. Okay? So they're 3 layers deep of muscles. 3 layers. And the only way to really get them to have a lot of action is to do this twisting. So in massage, there is a technique that you can work on people's arms called wringing. Why do they call this, doing this stroke, wringing? And what you actually do is you use both hands and you go like this on their arms. And that's called wringing. Why is it called wringing? Because that's what it looks like you're doing, and that's what it is that you're doing. When you take a pair of a shirt like this, and you go like that, not only are you creating a massive amount, now we'll go the opposite way. We'll throw it in the water again. So when you create this massive amount of strain on those muscles by going like that, it not only cleans the clothes better because you're putting a massive amount of tension on the fibers. See, I do sewing for a living. When you put a massive amount of tension on those fibers like that, it releases the dirt, once again, better than any machine can do. It also releases the tension in your muscles. It also hurts like a son of a bitch if you have carpal tunnel syndrome. But if you want to prevent getting carpal tunnel syndrome, that is what you want to do. And if you want to get all the scum out of these underwear, that's what you do. Okay, so most people, they're like, well, I don't have time to do that. That's like what the Amish do. Well, that's how you stay healthy, by doing natural work. You don't go to a club, right? A workout club. I mean, I'm not saying that that's bad, but, well, as we know, if you get in your car and do it, go anywhere, you're burning fuel into the air. God is trying to tell us something right now. that we need to get used to not burning shit into the air. There's way too many people for that to be sustainable, and everybody already knows it. It's just a matter of getting used to it. And if you've just watched this video, now you know how to condition your arms. Other way. So you have to do it both ways. You have to ring both ways because that creates yin and yang action. See that? Gets the clothes cleaner. Now I don't have to use any electricity, and I'm getting my exercise. And I don't have to go to any workout club. You can even sing a song. Write your problems down in detail. Take them to a higher place. Right, your bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say. Right, your bloody well right. Now you got a right to say. You can even sing it in an English accent. Right, you're bloody well right. And after we're done, we're gonna hang them up on the line. And that's gonna be so enjoyable. I love hanging up clothes. Pretty soon I'm gonna show you how to make these indestructible socks that have hemp on the bottom of them. See that? Hemp. And these are custom made to fit my feet. Yeah, bloody well right. Now I'm going to rinse it a second time to make sure all of this soap is out of there. And this is not crappy, typical soap. This is good, healthy soap. Castile soap. Let's do 2 underwears at the same time. So what you want to do is you want to think about this as like a workout, mostly for your arms, but as you can see, like I'm going up and down. I'm going up and down. I'm getting exercise. This is exercise. It's a workout. Okay, so when you do natural exercise, typically you're going up and down, up and down. Do you think the royals would ever do this? They'd be like, oh no, that would be like common exercise. We would never do something that the commoners do. So anyways, that's the gist of it. And I think that I'll show you hanging up the laundry too. That's the nicest part. I mean, you can do this outside as well. It's a lot easier, obviously, in the tub. You know, you have to take off your shoes. If you have a big item of clothing, you stand on the end of it so that you can hold one end and then wring with hands. That way you're using gravity. Excuse me. You're using gravity and your feet to help you with the big items. So yeah, let's do the hanging of the laundry next. My squirrels, my squirrels. Okay. So obviously the best time to do this kind of exercise, if you want to call it that, that also accomplishes something which is really cool and important and self-fulfilling, is in the morning. And so, yeah, now that we've washed the clothes, we're going to hang them up. And you just need a line. These are very old lines that were probably installed in around 1970 when this apartment complex was made. And yeah, this is the most enjoyable thing for me, to be outside, and I am barefoot. Love being barefoot when it's warm. Even though it is chilly still out this morning, it is starting to get warm and nice. And yeah, getting back into nature and getting your exercise in nature. And listen to the birds. I love birdies. I love my birdies. And I put out food for them this morning. And I've had to scare the mockingbirds away a couple times already because they try and dominate the bird feeder. And that really annoys me, as does the birds, I'm sure, you know what I mean? So, yeah, are you excited to learn how to make indestructible socks? Yeah, baby. That are custom made, they custom fit to your feet. Because they're made on a mold. You create castings out of paper tape. It's pretty simple. Each foot has a casting, and then you put the sock on it, and then you create the mold. And then you put hemp, on indestructible hemp on the bottom. And it's all natural, glued on with latex rubber. Right, you bloody well right. Such a beautiful day. Look at this. Just beautiful. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I sing. It's alright. Okay, there we go. And those will be dry by like 12 or 1 o'clock today. And you'll notice that some of my socks are soiled. Like, see that? And you know, socks, I walk around in them outside in the house, and there's some dirt on the floor, etc. And they're not going to get perfectly clean. And some of you might be like, well, I use bleach. Like, you think I'm going to use bleach? Like, I want to breathe bleach. I want to get it on my hands. You know, chlorine bombs were dropped on troops in World War I 110 years ago to kill people. That's what chlorine does. And so no, we're not gonna do that. But it's a beautiful day, and my clothes, they don't have to look perfect, but I know in my mind that they've been cleaned naturally. And I know in my body that I've gotten good exercise from cleaning them, whereas other people just let machines do it now. So my goal is to look naturally beautiful. And you may have noticed that some of my clothes, they don't look very new or very attractive, but you know what? Some people may have the most beautiful clothes, but then they also have a lot of makeup or tattoos or eyelashes, or God knows all of the things that people try to do to make themselves look better because they're not very healthy, and they want to impress people. Well, I would also like to impress people, but naturally. Okay, so think about that word and try and ingrain it into yourself. Natural. So you can be poor like me, but be the richest person in the world, because when you feel good, then you're really rich. Do you think that Elon Musk feels as good as I do this morning? Do you think that the royals feel as good as I do? That they're going to live as long and healthy and feel great every day because they do natural exercises like hanging up the clothes? Do you think that they do that? They don't do any of that. They never even thought of it, probably. They don't even have to do it at all with the machine. They just tell somebody else to use the machine. I got a machine, wash the clothes there. And if they don't get it done right, then they get fired. You're fired. That's what Donald Trump used to say. You're fired. God bless the a-holes of the world. But I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you are well.